Tonight on the Disney Magic, we are dining at Rapunzel's royal table. So we have just been seated. We got here pretty early, which is typically what we do every night for dinner. And we have what we're hoping is a really good seat, because when we dined here before, years ago, we were in the far back corner. So it was kind of hard to see the stage, but you know, they do go through the aisles. So we're close to the stage, close to the main aisle here. So excited to see what happens, because I don't know if you got that from what I was saying, but there is a little bit of a show here tonight. We've got our menus, we've got drinks ordered. We're ready for our last night of this sailing on the Disney Magic.
This is the third restaurant that we have attended here on the Disney Magic. Each Disney Cruise Line ship has 3 main restaurants that are sailing right now. Rotate through those throughout the length of your sailing. Again, these are included. You don't need to make a reservation. You don't need to pay anything extra for them. That is all set up before you even get on the ship by Disney. You don't need to call or let them know or anything like that. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I got double Coke Zeros tonight. So it is a show. Something to take note of that with it being a show is that service may be a little bit slower than normal as far as the night going a little bit longer, because the staff here have to accommodate the show. So typically, I think it usually ends up being around after the entree and before the dessert comes, they kind of do the showish part. The servers won't be coming out, they won't be doing anything. So that's typically how it works. Maybe I may be completely wrong, things may have changed, but we'll see as the night goes on. So as always, let's talk about the menu. Each and every night when you're at the main dining room, you will have the opportunity to order as much food as you like. Again, this is included. You don't have to pay anything extra. So we have appetizers, we have salads, we have soups, we have entrees, there are vegetarian options, and then we have the lighter notes. Tonight with the appetizers, we've got the snuggling duckling platter. I might get that. We also have a ravioli, we have some shrimp, we have tuna tartare. Maybe I'll get that instead, I don't know. We also have some salads. I think Taylor and I typically will skip these ones. The potato cream soup does sound pretty good tonight. They also have a pretzel bread with some mustard dip, so we'll see. I think that will be pretty good. And then as far as entrees go, we've got a roasted prime rib of beef. I think Taylor might get that one. We also have some pork. We have, looks like tangled pasta, which is angel hair pasta tossed in basil pesto with sea scallops. Could be good. We also have a sea bass. So again, if there's something on here you want to get more of something, you can do that, right? So if you wanted 3 sea bass entrees, you could get 3 sea bass entrees. Doesn't cost you anything extra or anything like that. Just let your server know. They're happy to do it. All right, so we're going to order our food and get into the dining review. All right, the bread has arrived here today. So we've got 2 regular white rolls. We have our pretzel bread, basically the same as what we had 2 nights ago. And we have our dip. So this is supposed to be a mustard dip here at the table. And we also have some butter, which is served with the bread each and every night. So each and every night we've got our bread service, and I always go all in, might as well, right? Ah, shoot.
Whoa! You said you were going all in.
Butterfingers here. My goodness, that's delicious. I'd love to know how to make that at home. Fantastic. I think the mustard seed might throw some people off in the description, but it's actually really, really good. I don't even know how to describe it.
Delicious.
Don't worry about me double dipping, right? I'm eating here with my wife.
Hear his voice, he seems to be describing himself or something. Where is he? He's got the horns on his head. He's over, I can see him over there. Tella! I've got one question for you. Remember when I said to invite 40 people?
Yeah.
Why did you invite 400?
You know I'm not good at math.
Well, yeah, I know, but I thought you knew about the zeros, the only number you can count to.
I think 0 is actually the most complex number because really, if we deep down analyze this, what does 0 really represent? Is it nothing or is it everything? This guy gets it.
That's deep.
I'm sure he does, because I don't. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Anyway, with these 400 guests, shall we get started?
I think we might as well.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
I just gotta wait for this bus to get out the way, and then we'll do it. Let's go! Oh! Hey! Snuggly, 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 quack! How's everyone doing tonight? Out of the 400 people here, there's about 20 people who are actually excited. Okay.
I'm excited.
Everyone on the port side, who's excited? That was a lot better, but how about the starboard side? Are you all excited? Fantastic, my friends, that's what we like to hear, especially down on holiday. You're very excited. Now, here we go. You do what we do with us, okay? We're going to teach you something. Now, it's going to start off very simple, just with 2 claps, okay? Give me 2 claps. Ready? Clap, clap.
So I went with 2 appetizers tonight. I had the shrimp, which was basically like a deep fried shrimp, really great. The aioli that came with it, amazing. But probably the star was the beef ravioli. Joel, our server, recommended to get that. He said it was the best one on there, so I had to get it. Absolutely fantastic, especially with that sauce. Oh my gosh, that could just be an entire entree all by itself. So really nice. A little bit of saltiness in there. That kind of just like brings out more of the beef flavor, I think, a little bit. So it was great, really good.
I am still finishing up my appetizer because I was watching and enjoying the show that was happening all around us. But I had the ahi tuna tartare, which is fantastic. There's like I think it's like a mango and cucumber slaw underneath that's really good. There's a spicy aioli on the side, or spicy mayo on the side as well. But Josh was right, that ravioli was fantastic. I thought about getting it myself because he said it was good, but I remember on one of the other ships I didn't really like the sauce that came with the lobster ravioli, so I was hesitant because of that. However, I had a bite of Josh's because I saw how good it looked, and that was probably the best appetizer out of the ones that we tried. So, but this one is nice and light and refreshing. I may have ordered 2 entrees tonight, so I'll see how that goes.
So I'll be quick talking about mine. The potato soup. To me, this is kind of like a ham soup that my mom would always make at home, which is like potatoes, ham, like noodles, really good. Certainly is salty. I would put a little bit of extra pepper in there just to add like a little bit of spicy kind of flair to it with some heat, but it's pretty good. I know not everybody's gonna like it because it is really salty, but I enjoy it.
So this was a wedge salad. It did have some salmon, pecans, and brie cheese. I think some raspberries in there as well. I forget what the dressing was exactly. I don't think it was a blue cheese. But I did really like the dressing with the salmon and the iceberg lettuce. I'm not like a huge pecan fan, so I didn't really eat them. Probably wouldn't get this salad again. Not necessarily because I didn't like it, but just because I would have rather, now knowing how good that ravioli was, had the ravioli instead of a salad. You gonna show my freaking disaster? Look away.
Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, quack, quack. Again, clap, clap, stomp, stomp, quack, quack. That was actually pretty good. You'll get better at it, though. Don't worry about that.
I see you top then, your secret sleuth.
Well, we went all out for your birthday, princess, yeah.
Well, you've always loved today. Not just because it's my birthday, but because it's the day that I saw the floating lights. I remember watching them from my tower and light up the night sky, and when they led me home to my happily ever after. Life after.
We just finished up our entrees, just saying happy birthday to everybody in the restaurant because we're celebrating Rapunzel's birthday. That is sort of the theme here in Rapunzel's royal table with the floating lights and, of course, Rapunzel's birthday because that's the only time the lights come out. But yes, just finished the entrees. I had for my main one was the prime rib. It came with, I think it was like a twice baked potato and then some veggies on the side. It had a sauce with it as well. Prime rib, honestly, you can't go wrong with it. It was fantastic. I think I asked for it medium. I just told them whatever. because I'll eat it no matter what. It was perfect. We also, I say we, but it was actually me that ordered it. We also got pesto pasta that came with scallops on the side. The pesto sauce was fantastic, and I loved that it was angel hair pasta because I love like thin noodles. The scallops were also cooked really well, but the only thing I did not like about the dish was there was like a tomato sauce underneath the scallops, and I just didn't think that the dish even needed it because the pesto sauce was so good. I think they honestly, if they just did more pesto sauce, it would be perfect. The ravioli, the ahi tuna tower, and then the scallop pesto pasta would be perfect. But we have some dessert coming. I honestly am not sure what I got, like a sweet bread or something, so we'll see.
So I went with the Flynn Rider like pork trio essentially, and it was like a sausage, a pork belly, and then like almost like a ham, essentially. Flavor-wise was good. It's hard to go wrong with something like that. Unfortunately though, tonight I felt like it was really overcooked. Pork belly was really kind of tough. The ham was tough. The sausage was okay, but the pork belly especially I think is like really weird to have as a item for a restaurant like this where you're just mass producing the food as quickly as possible. So the quality is not necessarily always, top notch. Now, of course, if I wanted to get something else, I could ask for something else. Not a huge deal whatsoever. I definitely wouldn't get that entree again in the future. Nonetheless, like it was said, dessert's coming. I got something that's like the Black Forest Tower or something like that.
I got Mother Gothel's tower.
Mother Gothel's tower. So yeah, I'm a big baddie inside, So for my dessert tonight, I got the Gothel Black Forest Tower, which is rich chocolate cane, cherry compote, and a chocolate cake tower. So it was pretty good. It's basically like a Black Forest cake almost, a little different take on it. It's a little bit of a different take on that, obviously, which I kind of like, having the layers in there. It was good. It's not, I think a lot of times the Black Forest cake tends to be really dry, mixed in with the fruit. So this was pretty moist throughout, which was great.
So I had realized I made a mistake with the appetizer, not going with Joel's recommendation of the ravioli. So when he recommended this is like a sweet bread, I guess, for the dessert, I said, you know what, I'm going for it. And this was fantastic. It was basically like a fried dough. So it was just like a kind of a heavier dessert because it has chocolate sauce and then it had vanilla ice cream on the top. So good. And actually like the perfect way to end the cruise.
Here we go. Quack, quack, stomp, stomp, quack, quack.